What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm scratching and surviving, brother. You know how I go.
Yeah, yeah. Look, every time you say you're scratching and surviving, it remind me of the good times.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
You know, and the song written by a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and folks, I'm not trying to be uh, bringing the race card, but all those shows back in the day were written by white men. As a matter of fact, they was written by with black people. They was written by white Jewish men. Actually, the majority of the shows. It was a brother. It was two brothers who came up with the concept of good times. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then
Yeah,
and all of that. But the writers of the show,
was it Norman Lear?
Norman Lear is the producer, the Jewish producer.
Mm-hmm.
And the story Cooley High,
Mm-hmm.
the main character, he was the one who came up. He's a real guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
What was his name?
What is his
I
name?
forget what his name. I was about to call him Duck.
Hell, that's all we got. Duck it is. Let me tell you something.
The dude from Five Heartbeats.
Oh shit! I thought it was my man's nickname in Cooley
Yeah,
High,
what's his name?
Terman.
Glenn Turman. Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something. Cooley High. When I saw it, I think I was a early teenager, something like that. And one of my experience, it
Mm-hmm.
was the black experience, bro. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was the straight up black experience, and was the saddest thing. I've only been able to watch it once.
Really?
After, yeah, after um, the ending,
Yeah.
only been able to watch it once, bro. That's real. That's a real deal. You know. Um, I mean, but that was the black experience, though. You know what I'm saying? Them house parties, the whole nine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Is it gonna be belly rub? You know what you're doing. But yeah, it was named Cochise and
Yeah, Cochise.
what's dude's name? I cannot remember.
And look, the cats, the cats. You know, the ones who end up getting killed, going to prison or wherever the hell they. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
were they remind me of the cats that be out here doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing dumb stuff. Like, wow.
And what was that? It was an old school movie, man. It was about two New York uh street gangs, man.
Oh yeah.
And it was the Lords and with a dude.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I forget the name. Something. It has his name in it. It had the character, the main character's name in it in the title.
Dude like, that's right. I
That's
got
right. The
I got to take them
Lord,
off. I got
take
to
them
take them
off.
off.
Take
Yeah,
them off, man.
yeah.
We all can take them off. You
Mhm.
know.
And the dude name was Lil Boy and shit.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with Lil Boy. What the fuck? How y'all get these nicknames, man? Black people are so with our nicknames and our ways to remember people.
Yeah.
Because that's all to me. That's all nicknames is, man. A way for a stuttering motherfucker to remember somebody's name.
So you just think it came up with the concept of wanting not to, you don't even want to be bothered with nobody's name. I mean, I'm like this. You and Damon, y'all got your nicknames from the mud. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a nickname until I was 23. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was by a reason why, because I was the only Midwest Detroit dude Ypsilanti, Detroit dude in Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
And I used to, dog. What up, dog? What up, dog? Do that all the time. Me being 6'9", you know what I'm saying? Big black dude. He graduated from, they calling me dog all the time. Man, a big dog.
Mhm.
Now, my claim to fame is this. I got the name Big Dog nickname Big Dog before Glenn Robinson did.
Mhm.
But then I think I kind of got the nickname at the same time as my man that played for Utah, the wore the goggles. Back in the day, played with Karl Malone. Now, what's my man's name? Because they called him Big Dog all the time. I forget his name. But that's funny, man. The origin of the origin of nicknames.
Mhm.
You hit on something like that because let me think. I'm gonna think of some of the craziest nicknames I've heard. Knew a cat when we moved back to Ipsy. Knew a cat that used to date uh, our auntie Robin.
Mhm.
Nickname was Monkey. You remember that? Remember that? Monkey Man, and people called him Monkey for short. He was an older guy. You know what I mean? All our father's friends, Slick, uh,
Slick, pistol head, broke back, dog ass.
yeah,
So why y'all call him dog ass, Pop? Because he a dog ass nigga.
mm.
I don't know, but
Usually when you explain the nicknames, they pretty much fit what you know what I'm saying?
not yeah. And by the way, I mean I should mention that these are legit people from our past that we at least
Yeah,
heard those names or whatever. So I don't want to
yeah.
offend anybody.
Like he was a couple years older than me, but other than our dad who was 6'2", being a big dude, you know, amongst all average sized people, it was hard for me to like feel, comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But then I went to ninth grade. I went to Ypsilanti High School, and I'm playing ninth grade football. And I tell them this shit all the time. And I got to see with one of the best nicknames I've heard in a while. Made me want to be stand up straight. You know what I mean? He reinforced this shit. Fat Cat.
Yeah.
Daryl Tipton, Fat Cat. Fat Cat was what, 6'3"? Something like that. I know he's a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
I know Fat Cat was a big dude, right? Keith Barnes, what's up?
Hey, how's
What's
it
going on,
going,
brother?
brother?
All right. Yeah, I know he's a big dude, right? He's bigger than most, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Fat Cat, you know what I mean? He was cool. One of the cool guys. Usually when we was growing up, in the 70s and the cool guys were the little short dudes, man, with the big man, little man complex, tough, will fight anybody, had the big old Apple Jacks and shit,
Mm-hmm.
they walking around and like that. But then Cat was like, he wasn't nobody to be fucked with, but
Mm-hmm.
always laughing, always joking. But you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, okay, he is a member of my tribe. So I always watched him and watched what he did and all these different things. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Um, I want to let everybody know what we've been doing. Instead of just going straight into the intro, what we're going to do a little experimental thing is come on a little early and just chop it up, you know, just to, show different sides of us and how we discuss things before we get on. We have a special guest tonight, Keith Barnes, right?
What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
So what
having
we're getting ready to do is, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all on the other side. Welcome everybody to this episode of Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Keith Armstrong, along with my other host,
Uncle Spoke,
and our special guest tonight,
Keith Barnes.
Yeah, man, you done been on here 10 times, man. You know we do it just like that every single time.
Yeah, I had a little delay going on. I wanted to make a grand entrance.
Okay.
So,
No. That what do they call that thing? Suspenseful anticipation.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Who is this?
Before I get on, before I start, as I was saying, I saw this from my other different podcasts, right? The 85 South Show, if you guys familiar with that podcast, what they do, and I've been watching them for a long time, what they do is they record, before they do the intro, they record at least 5 to 10 minutes just casual conversation, like you and I was doing, Jaquari.
Right.
And it felt authentic for me. So I told Jaquari and Damon won't be with us tonight, a little under the weather, but I told Jaquari and Damon, hey, we should try this and see how it feels. So this is the inaugural show of fucking around in the beginning and recording it. You special, Keith.
Mm-hmm.
But Jaquari, how was your day today, sir?
man, it's back home. It was back home cold today, man. It meant business outside. It was, I had to bundle up. I was like, what the hell? I'm usually, Mr. Michigan. I can take this cold and all, and I couldn't do it.
The hell's wrong with these guys? You know what I mean? Hey, it's 25 degrees down here, bro.
Yeah.
It's something similar around here, man. I was shivering and shit. I said, let me get the fuck up out of this shit. Yeah. It was a good day though, man. No fires I couldn't put out.
Yes, sir. Cool. Keith, how was your day today, sir?
Man, mine was overall it was pretty good. It got really frustrating. It got to the point where I was like, man, this might be one of them days that we talk about. You should have just stayed in the bed. It just got bad. What the problem was, I couldn't finish anything, and I couldn't finish it because other people weren't doing what they needed to do. Yeah,
No doubt. I know what you mean, sister-in-law. 11-1.
Absolutely.
11-1.
Hey, my brother, he's a Packers fan.
Oh, I know he was upset.
Oh yeah, I told him. I said, you know what, man, this is something for you to hang on to. I said the Packers didn't play bad. The Lions were just in their ass. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what they did.
Look, one thing about it, man, we keep losing players, man. It's killing me, bro. Too many injuries, they're killing us. But the Packers is always we always beat the Packers in Green Bay, and the Packers always beat us in Detroit. All the time. So I was glad that that tradition was broken last night. So,
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about them boys, man. For real, I don't even talk about them at work. All sports guys at work, they want to analyze plays and everything. I don't even watch the games, man. I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, look, I like the energy, man. That's look, we look. my expectation, and it was like that with the Tigers. It was like that with the Pistons. It was like that with the Red Wings because in my lifetime, I got to see them win championships, right?
Mhm.
It was the simple fact that I knew it might be 12-1, Nikki. I don't know. I cheer for them, though, their success. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, I would love the chip. I would love the chip. But really and truly, it's it's homegrown for me. You know what I'm saying? Since I was a little boy, no matter what their records are, I had people that I looked up to with the Lions, with the Tigers, with the Red Wings. You feel what I'm saying? With the
Absolutely.
definitely the Pistons. You know, I go back when I started the Dave Bing, watching him play, Kevin Porter, ML Carr was when ML Carr was with the Pistons.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Bob Lanier. I'm serious. This is these are the Pistons I remember.
Hey man, look, everybody is awestruck about LeBron and his son playing, but Gordie Howe, he played with both his sons, didn't
He sure did. He
Oh,
sure
really? Okay.
he?
Yeah.
So yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, what when I moved here, if it's got Michigan, Detroit on it or whatever, I'm rocking it or whatever. Man. But I got Red Wing shirts. And,
Oh, I do too.
yeah, and a lot of white men, they stop me and they want to talk about hockey, and I'm like, you know what, shit, hey, look, I know it's violent.
That's all I need.
Yeah, and it's a Detroit team, but I do
Yeah.
I do know who Gordie Howe was.
Look, I knew who Gordie Howe was. I knew Eiserman. And there's some couple other guys that gave me time to think about it because I used to watch them all the time. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm just glad, man, that they bring us some positive light to the city, man. I mean,
Yeah.
'cause there's always been something positive there. First it was cars, then it was it was music.
Mm-hmm.
Every so often you get a sprinkling of a sports team. But other than that, everybody cringe and get scared when you say Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
wow.
mean, look, we come from a blue collar place, man.
Yeah, man, bring your
You know what I'm
lunch. That's
saying?
what it is. That's
That
what it is.
mentality, and I've always loved that. Of course, you want the loot, you want the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the blue collar attitude, that hard working, no nonsense. I love that, man. I love that. You know,
What you say that the heat is in the shovel, son.
the heat is in the shovel.
Yeah.
Hadn't heard that before.
Yeah.
What you say? How that go, Keith?
Is I'm gonna tell you where I saw it from. It was a cartoon, and it was cold outside, and there was prospectors, and the little novice, he cold and all this shit, right? The old dude looked at him and said, "Hey man, get to working. I know you're cold, but the heat is in the work." I'm like, oh, I'm keeping it. I'm
There we
keeping
go.
it.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
we go. The heat is in the work, Jack.
The heat is in the work. You know?
I like that. Down south, that what they gave me was the my grandfather. He would come up with these things, man, and out of the blue, like you sitting there say you. I can't think what I was shoveling. No, it was the axe. I was chopping wood, and he come up to me, and he was looking at me. Then he walked over there and he grabbed the axe, pointed. He said, "You can do better. You've been watching this for a while. I don't know what you're doing right now, but you messing up. Focus and do what you were taught to do." And I'm looking at him because he's talking to the axe. And I'm laughing. I'm saying, why are you talking to the axe? He said, "I'm talking to the one in charge."
Yeah,
You just holding the axe. The axe doing whatever he want to do.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm engaging with the business end because you
Exactly. You out here just swinging.
mm,
I'll tell you the funny thing is, this is why I watch Westerns, man. Westerns, when you talk about cowboy logic and some of the sayings, bro.
I love it.
Oh my goodness, man.
I love it.
look,
Man.
my favorite one, man, and I cannot remember the name. But I seen him with Pop one day, because he was the biggest, Western junkie that I've ever known, man. But dude walking to a saloon, sit down, belly up to the bar, get him a drink. It's another man standing next to him, right? He drank his drink. This dude was looking at him, pour him another drink, and he finally look over at him and he say, "What you looking at, partner?" He says, well, "I don't know." He said, "Well, you keep on looking, and you're gonna see me kill you." Now, you can't get no more business than that.
You know what that was? Was that from Tombstone? Billy Bob Thornton?
No, it was an old school, man. It was one of the ones we used to watch on Saturday morning.
Listen, guys, if you want, and the modern Westerns try to do it, but if you want, when it comes to word-driven, this comedy, that cowboy logic is crazy, man. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's why. What was it? I'm sorry to cut you off, Keith, but when Deadwood came on, and then I seen another documentary about Deadwood in particular, and they talked about that was the way that people spoke back then.
Yeah.
People really talk like
the guy who the writer for NYPD Blue was the first writer in the first couple of years on Deadwood. I think he produced it also, and just and he added a little artistic license to it, but I watched Deadwood because of the dialogue, man.
The dialogue,
yeah.
Man. Yeah.
The dialogue was just crazy, it was crazy.
Yeah,
go ahead, Keith.
No, I was gonna say I don't know I don't think it was Billy Jack, but it was a movie where this guy had came up and he went up this hill. This guy in his Western, he had a group of people that were like followers. They started following him. They were in this village, and this guy come up and he had his little gang, and he had the Comancheros that were on the way and stuff. So they stopped at the bottom of this hill and they went up where this guy was set up on this high ground. So the guy went up there and he was talking junk, and he said, "Hey, you got this many hours to come out and turn over the girl and all this other stuff, or we're gonna come up and do this, that, and the other, and all this other." And the guy was sitting there looking at it, and he finished. He said, "You understand that?" He said, Yeah, I understand everything you say." He said, "I got one question for you." He said, "What's that?" He said, "How are you gonna get back down the hill?"
Oh, you know what it was? Was it with the Western with Steve McQueen in it?
That's it.
No, not Steve McQueen.
Was it Judge Roy Bean?
No. What's the guy was with what is his name? He has the salad dressing and stuff like that.
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Paul Newman was a white kid that was raised by Comanche Indians.
Oh, okay.
I know that Western.
That's it. Yep.
And look, the funny thing, Keith, is when Paul Newman said it, the look on my man's face, like, oh hell.
He looked over his shoulder like, shit. I am up here by myself.
But look, it's some things you just don't say to a man. When you hear some things, man, you can't just let it fly. You gotta analyze it. You have to analyze it, man. Like it wasn't a cowboy movie, but it was an old gangster movie. He was like one guy was like what the hell was it? Something about never mind. I can't even remember it. It was pretty sweet though. It was sweet, man. It should have been there. But,
look. The enthusiasm was looking great for a minute there, and then you like, well, swing and a miss. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, and it is my last comment on it. Unforgiven.
Oh yeah.
It was a whole lot of cowboy dialogue in that whole movie.
Yes.
But my favorite one was when Clint finally took the drink.
Mm-hmm.
Because they kept saying that Morgan Freeman kept saying, he was telling Clint and he was telling everybody, you were a cold-blooded murderer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Morgan just kept reminding him and telling everybody else who would hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, little Bill tortured and beat Morgan to death. Gene Hackman, right? That's when as soon as he found out from that prostitute, he grabbed that bottle from that kid, started drinking. He ain't say a word. He just started drinking because he already knew what he was going to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
After he done sold him out.
Yes, sir.
After he done sold him out.
But see, that's the thing about it, though. First of all, Ned didn't sell him out.
Mm-mm.
Ned was like, hey, I'm about to die, and I'm about to tell you who your killer is.
Yeah.
Who's getting ready to come and take your life. When he find out what you did to me, he coming to get you.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I mean?
I ain't think about it like that.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is, he scared them. He took all their heart when he stood right in the middle of the door without none of them knowing what's what, right? And that's the only way he could have got away with it, though. When he asked, well, whose establishment is this?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody would say anything. Then my man was like, well, damn, the sheriff is here. Let me just go here and fess up with this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He did this. He said, hey, I think you better back away.
Yeah. Give me a little room. Move over.
Mm-hmm.
And when he shot him, my favorite exchange. You low down such and such. I'm paraphrasing now, little Bill. You shot an unarmed man. Bill, look, Clint looked at him, said he should have armed himself. What he did to my friend Ned. I was done.
With my friend.
And when he rolled out of town, he said, look, y'all better give him a proper burial or I'm coming back and I'm killing men, women, children, and all the dogs. I'm killing the dogs too. He said, God damn, that's something.
Yes, sir. William Money.
Yes, sir.
No, if you want to get into rap game, that's a hell of a damn rap name. William Money. Everybody know the scene in the movie William Money was all about the business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Those are my
sister-in-law. She participating, man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She want to let you know how much she love you, bro.
Yeah, the Quick and the Dead that's a good one.
No, the Quick and the Dead was good. Gene Hackman was great in that.
He was.
But
that line he said to Russell Crowe, when Russell Crowe said, I'm not gonna shoot, and he needed a bullet.
Yeah.
My man was loading up, and then he saw he had to kill the guy. And Gene Hackman come over there. Yep, my grandma always said, you throw a fox in the hen house, you eat chicken for dinner every time.
Every time, Jack.
Every time. I ain't seen Billy the Kid series though, sister-in-law. You know who I saw? Look. You see on Paramount. What's my man name? Look, 1923,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the one before that, 1883.
Oh yeah.
Man, but those are straight up westerns. They was morbid,
Yeah.
depressive westerns, but they were straight up western. And then my man, what's my man name? The brother they for
Bass Reeves.
Bass Reed. Man, that
Yeah,
series there, brother,
yeah.
for
I
real,
like that one.
for real. Hell of a cowboy movie, man. That's
Mm-hmm.
real. You know.
Yeah, those shows are spinoffs from the one show with Kevin Costner in
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it is. That's what it is. They go through the whole history, that family history and all that. Man, you know what? That family history, even though it makes for a good series, it's
Mhm.
depressing, man. Like in 1883, the young woman that was doing the whole narration, you know what I'm saying? Doing the whole narration, the way what ended up happening to her, that was some I thought that was some horrible shit, to be
Yeah.
honest with
Yeah.
you. On a humbug when she had nothing to do with. You feel what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. All right. Um, Keith called me. Was it yesterday or today? It was yesterday, wasn't it, Keith?
Yesterday.
Yeah, you know, Keith and I, Corey, as you know, we retired from law enforcement, right?
Just want to rub
So,
that in, Jacori.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
But here's the thing with that: we always check in with each other. You know what I mean? Like we was still at work, we still checking in with each other. So Keith, and I hope I'm not giving away too much.
Oh, go ahead, man. Do your
Keith
thing.
said, Keith called me up, and I'm doing a little bit of artistic license on this. Keith called me up, and the first thing he said to me was, Eureka! I was like, Eureka? I said, what's up, brother? What'd you say, Keith? You said, I am
Flavor of
the
the month.
flavor of the day.
Yeah, flavor of the month. Yeah.
Flavor of
Come
the
on.
month. That's what it was. Flavor of the month. And I said, oh man, yeah. I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, tell me, well, what's up, bro? You know, he went into it, right? And it had a lot to do with his dating scene, you know. And you know, Keith's logic has always been sound when it comes to that. You know what I mean? I've always applauded from afar the accomplishment of this virtuoso, right?
Now you pull that off. Yeah.
And it's not mostly how he pull it off. It's a simple fact that he's living it. He's living it like he get it, like that Indian joint. I'm living it like I get it. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But what came up was, and that's the title of this episode. What came up was this is my interpretation of what he was saying.
Mhm.
Understanding, understanding being single and dating, understanding women being single and dating, right? And as I was creating the episode, I was like, you know what? That's a good topic, but then I added a little bit of flavor to it, like dating. Is there a difference between dating as an older person when it comes to a man and a woman, older woman dating an older woman around your age, or it don't matter? Women, the way women think, and I'm not trying to isolate saying women don't. No, I'm saying to you is what I'm saying is your approach as a bachelor. How do you see? And I want, if you, as much as you like, I want you to be as honest as possible. And Jaquari, and myself will help guide the situation as best we can, but we want you to be able to get it off your chest. You
Okay,
feel me?
I'll throw the chips out and let y'all put the puzzle together.
Yeah, but we want you to get it off your chest because the only way we can help is interpret what you see
Hmm.
and what we think because we've been out of the game for a while.
Okay,
You understand what I'm saying? We're taken,
right.
so we can only offer a meager opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
but the temperature just dropped. You can't say everything.
of course, of course,
You can't have springtime confidence. Yeah, I
you
understand.
know, and so I the reason why I'm saying that because this curious because think about it. If the roles were reversed and we were three females and two of us were married and one of us single, my interpretation or my experience with women is women will offer their opinion no matter what, right? I don't think we get it from our side when it comes to that. Cause like, yo, bro, I can't help you, bro. Cause I'm not out there in the world. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
See, we as men, we are logical in what and how we respond. You know what I'm saying? Especially on a podcast. But how we respond. But the one thing I know we can do, if you got questions, we can help you with the answers as best we can. You feel me?
Oh yeah, okay.
So let me just start it off, and then whatever comes to your mind, you can volunteer, and then Jaquari and myself will. And folks in the comments, please share your opinions because we're gonna respond to everything. We opening it up, okay? This let us know how you feel about it, how you feel about what Keith says, and if you agree with our response, okay? So let me ask you this question. How do you see the opposite sex being a single man?
I see the opposite sex as a single man, uh, 58-year-old single man. So I'll be 58 this month. So um, how can I say it? What I was speaking to you about was that it's an interesting place because a lot of the women, the most of the women that I run into that you would say are in my age group to date, uh, they looking for someone to grow with or just take care of. And not a thing, I don't have a problem with that. There's nothing wrong with that. What gets me is if if it's someone that say I was interested in before, it's been over a period of time, different times I tried to get with them, to be with them, get to know them and be with them, date them or whatever. And seriously, and I wasn't even considered. They had bigger and better things to do. But now you literally reaching out to me, and I'm that guy. And then you say I always liked you, but you never come at me like seriously. You never come at me, and or you didn't
Oh,
give me the impression that.
whoa. Not to
Hmm.
cut you off.
Hmm.
We're gonna stop right there because you kind of letting them off the hook. I like the fact that you said that in the beginning you weren't considered. You did say something like that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Jaquari,
Mm.
let's comment on that. Do you have anything?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean the same story. I could tell before I became happily linked
Long time ago.
a long
Go ahead.
time ago. Yeah, I could have I could have wrote the same story, man. I mean, it's about it's something about the stability that women seek it to get older. And I understand that that's human nature.
Yeah.
When they're younger, you know, and the fire burns a little hotter. They put it out there that they want to go after what they want. I understand that.
Okay.
I understand that.
Nikki, we see your comment. We're going to get to that, but this is a process. My whole thing is this, and this is how I see it. I agree with you, but I think the only caveat to that is me personally. What do you feel is worth your time? You understand? Because if somebody can circle back on you, that means you're waiting for them to decide that they want you.
Yeah. My thing. Well, the thing that's getting me, that y'all help me to tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you bring him in the ice cream truck after you done sold all the good stuff, and whatever's left, that's what's left. Because you can't give me children now. That is, you can't give me children. You already have children.
Gotcha.
They may be grown or whatever, but
Gotcha.
you can't give me children. I can't do nothing but take care of you and spend time with you.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff that I have some options. I have younger options that can give me children, or they have more energy to do more things. They're more I can have more fun with them. It's more stuff that they want to do.
Oh, so you're not the type to go to dinner and need to take a nap after dinner. Then you need to work that energy off.
Yeah. Because now, because
I'm joking, man. I'm joking. Don't even answer that.
that's pretty much it. Because yeah, I'm sitting around thinking about, I like to go to Barbados and walk that trail I saw right there. I still have that energy. I can still do that. I ain't gonna walk it fast, but I can walk.
You
throw your face up, so I think you was waiting to say something.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. Well, just on the comment that you made about the circle back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily say that it was a scenario that a person would be standing there waiting around for this person to come back. I mean, paths cross. When they do. It just might be the time that she come back to you when she done burned away all that bullshit and she ready to to be serious about things.
But
right.
Okay.
But
great point.
But really quick though, nowadays you hear a lot of people talking about purposeful dating. Dating for a reason or whatever. What does dating look like to you at 58 years old or whatever? What's your purpose for
it? And hold on to that, Keith, because Lori and Malika is throwing some stuff out here, and I need you to comment on it.
Okay.
In the way that you comment on it. I appreciate it. Especially with Lori. But let me put it up on the screen.
Okay.
And then you respond. Realistically, can you keep up and satisfy younger options or just trying to be sugar daddy?
Oh, okay. I've always been a sugar daddy.
That's my job.
Hell yeah, I've always been a sugar daddy.
I,
So
hey,
yeah, I mastered that. Yeah,
that's my friend, and I know
yeah,
he has. But go ahead.
yes, I've always that's what I'm. My specialty has been sugar daddy. I'm a booty scavenger. So that's what you want to call it. But yeah, I can keep up and satisfy younger options
Okay.
because now it's what Michael Jordan say. Now I don't have to use finesse. I have skill now. So yeah,
Okay, Malika. Malika says,
you too old.
so I'm
So
assuming
now
you've been around the block too,
to
taking care of how? Financially or literally because she's older?
both. Both. Yeah. From the women's perspective, it's a package deal. Yeah. Yeah.
So you got to help her out the bathtub when she get clean. Then,
Yeah. Because I'm literally, man. This literally. I was told, hey, how endowed are you? He said, are you? I said, well, I ain't, no, I ain't got no baby arm or none of that. Yeah, no. So don't be expecting that. Don't be expecting nothing. That's gonna give you something to go brag about. I said, but I said, how did she say that? She said, oh yeah, I'm gonna turn you out then. I said, okay, you gonna turn me out? That's all right then. I'm waiting to be turned out. Been a while. Then the next day, I meant to call you. I knew I said I was gonna call you this morning, but I couldn't even get up this morning. I was I was
got you. I
my
got you.
back and stuff. I
All right.
got some stuff going on.
No, I wanted to give you the chance to say that you got a strong back. Now we good with that.
Yeah,
Now, Malika says you may be the issue. You leading with the pocket,
that may
and that's
be.
why the women are presenting being taken care of. Wow,
That could
kind of
be.
smacked me in the head with that, bro.
That could, yeah. John, yeah, Malika's well, yeah, she's absolutely right. At one time, that was the problem. That I was the problem. Hell, you pointed that out. That time when you told me, you told my Key, you picking them. They ain't picking you. I kept saying, I keep getting the same people. Type of, even though they look different, the same type of person. You said you choosing them. They not choosing you.
It's about commodities, though, man. I mean, everybody, we barter through our whole existence. This for that and that for this. I mean, that's what it is. Fair exchange ain't never been no robbery.
I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, just from a humanistic point of view, not a dating point of view, it is how much you want and how much you're willing to give up when it comes to just interacting with your wife, with a girlfriend, with somebody you're dating. You know what I'm saying? Because really and truly, we do see people's shortcomings, male and females. We see your shortcomings, but we say to ourselves, you know what? And it's my opinion, guys. I see this shit, but the goal is over here. And that's what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting for that goal. So we may outpace it. We might outpace this bullshit that you on, sir, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? We might outpace this where we don't even have to go through this thing because we're more mature. You know what I'm saying?
What I've noticed. Oh,
go ahead, Keith.
No, I was gonna say what I've noticed about married men that are like you all that's been married a while. Y'all have like I'll call it a sliding scale.
You got to have it.
Those are points where you put your foot down, just like nah, XYZ, and then you have a tolerant side, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna discuss it. You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing right now because it's gonna get ugly. and somehow y'all get the balance, and your wives go up, they get the balance. I guess they read you. You know each other well enough. Somehow I don't get in there. Mine is up here or down here.
Okay.
So if I come in strong, run them off. If I come in, set boundaries, okay, here it is. Usually they eliminate themselves. But then if I kind of call myself being lenient, balancing it, sometimes I'll let too much go by. And then when I try back to go get it, I pretty much got to tear it up too.
Okay.
Because now it looks like I switched up.
Okay. So Jaquari, should I take this first or should you?
Well, just really quick, man. I mean, that's just you do things, you do extraordinary things for fondness, let alone love. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So sometimes you got to bump your head in those situations, man. The caveat is, is learning something from that shit.
Yeah.
But that's where the boundaries come in,
Because I'll be honest with you. Everyone who's met my wife has always commented about how she is the nicest human being in the world.
Mhm.
And I'm talking about personality wise more than anything. Not how she treated somebody, it's just the personality. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, what I understand is, Keith, it is never perfect. That sliding scale is going to slide forever because it's going to develop a root. Because it depends on how much you want to take, which you consider the BS, the bullshit.
Right.
And when your wife or girlfriend consider the BS, the bullshit, how much she's willing to take. Because what it really has to do with is always a give and take. Is what you can live with. I'm speaking from a married man now.
Mhm.
Is what you can live with to keep things going forward. When it starts to outnumber, somebody kicking your door in, man.
No, I thought I saw something. Okay. I'm good. I'm good.
I'll be back. But no, just that's why I wanted to comment on it. It's what you can live with. But
Mhm.
understand something, male or female, you might be dealing with a very selfish human being that don't
Mhm.
give a fuck how you feel. It's how you
Right.
make them feel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll be
You know what I'm
doing.
saying? So, do you have any animosity when it comes to dating women? Meaning, is it something that bothers you consistently in your dating life?
Uh, yeah. The thing that bothers me is that the I guess it's a trying period where it's to me it feels like you're not testing me. Your whole purpose is to see what you can get out of me. Period. I ain't just talking about financial. Just what you can get out of me. And when I'm trying to get something out of you in exchange, it's a standard,
Okay.
or they got a boundary or something. But you asking me for you ask and what I've dealt with, you asking me for wife stuff. You asking me for wife stuff, but then when I'm asking you for girlfriend stuff, we got to, well, we I ain't think we were that far along. We need to talk about it, or it's on the business. It's not. And I'm like, you just asked me for some rent money. That's something you do to your wife or your children's mother.
I was about to say that, Keith, but you
Your
said it.
children's mother. Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
saying that you got children, they ain't mine.
okay,
Uh,
I'm gonna let you finish your thought.
Mm-hmm.
But what is your goal? What is
Mine.
your goal when you? No, let me finish my question.
Okay.
I need to
Okay.
know this.
Okay.
What is your goal for paying rent and doing all these different things when? And I might get in trouble for this, but this is the truth.
No.
When they have not earned that.
The
Is
thing,
it because of, and I'm going to give you an out, I don't think you're going to take this out. Is it because of the goodness of your heart? Because God has blessed you with that kind of spirit? But what is your goal?
my goal is I'm looking for a wife. So I'm being all in. So I'm showing you that I'm all in. I'm investing in you, and the understanding from based off our conversation is that we're in the same place. You looking for me to be a husband. So we having these conversations, and the conversation, what I'm getting from the conversation, we on the same sheet of music. So I don't mind investing in you because I feel like I'm investing in us.
Gotcha.
But once I do invest, that's when we back to square one. And I'm sitting there, I was like, okay, this bae, this boo. And he's like, hey, Mr. Key. I'm like, what the hell? Come out the shower and it's like, I said, we just tore this room up last night. Why are you hiding behind the towel? Well, I'm like, come on, man, you got some personality issues.
But Key,
Hmm.
what have I told you? What was my advice when it came to dating? What have I told you throughout the whole years? You remember? Because I can refresh your memory.
You can. The thing that stuck in my mind was you like, well, one that we know. You said, look, man, enjoy. It's day to
That's
day.
it.
Just
That's
enjoy.
it.
Don't
That's
have no
it.
expectations.
That's it.
Yeah. Don't have no expectations. Just enjoy it.
I mean, and I'm saying that not to say that for you to become an evil character in the scenario. I'm saying to you is, damn, Malika.
Feel like a sucker all this time. I've never.
What? No, here's my point.
Mm-hmm.
I've always never understood, because see, here's my thing. Understanding the ratio of men and women in this world. And even if it was 50-50, the fact that if this is not working out here, and I can't force this square peg into this round hole, I need to move on.
Yeah.
As much as my heart is involved in this situation, I think God blessed me with that. Like, as much as I love you, if you're not loving me back, it's time to shut that valve off until it's time to re-water the soil. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not like, I'm some kind of guru. No, I understand my worth. And my worth has nothing to do with. And see, this is where I think we make a mistake. And I want you guys to comment on this. I think we make this mistake because we've always been conditioned as men to do. Our only worth to our women is to be providers. Because what's more important, and that's what usually in marriages and boyfriendships is, being a support system. You know what I'm saying? Because you can throw money at shit all day long. What is money going to do when you throw it at a wall? It's going to bounce off that motherfucker.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You can throw money at a situation, or it's not going to solve the situation. All it's going to do is just soothe it. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with, I'm not smarter than anybody else because I'm emotionally invested in every relationship I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So I was a sucker. But guess what? Me being a sucker did not tear me down because I realized that was the mistake. You and I talked for years, Keith.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always my thing. I'm like, what about you? I know what you say she's not giving you, but what about you? What are you giving yourself? What do you guys think about that? And be honest with me, man. If you don't agree, please tell me. I just want you guys to comment.
Yeah, I mean that's a very rational approach, you know, and I respect it, man. But unfortunately, you know, people don't get it when they're supposed to get it. They
Yeah.
get it, you know, years after everything is just spoiled beyond, you know, repair. Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a weird thing for sure. Where it's, but yeah,
And with me, it's tough because even from childhood, I've always, it's like I'm programmed to help others or do others. And if I'm doing something for me and I see you lacking, I feel kind of bad about it. I feel like I should at least share what I have or something like that. That's just me in general, in nature.
Okay, so what does you, and that's a great attribute, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you equate, and excuse my rawness, everybody, but how do you equate that with the coochie?
I'm a pleaser,
Now
so I'm
listen,
doing it.
but you hear what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Something for you to think about, not
Mm-hmm.
disagreeing with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, why group that there?
Be honest, I don't even realize I'm doing it until
Because
after the fact. When I think about it, then I'm like, man,
when I give, man, and this is what I'm saying to you, when I give, I don't have no ulterior motive to it.
right.
I don't. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, if I was single, I'm not gonna give because I want you to be my woman. That's crazy for me to even think like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why? Because this woman, no matter how beautiful personality she have and all this early on, she has not earned it. You're the only one that's earning this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's like I'm thinking mostly on equal basis. Like that's all I mean, bro. It ain't no such thing as better of the sexes. Go ahead,
Outs-
Jaquan.
outside of let's say a male's immediate comfort and everything. I mean, at what point does he realize that more than likely his if he feels like he's being you know shorted in any way, does he realize that more than likely his efforts are being matched?
Uh,
You know what I mean?
Give me a little bit more, bro.
Well, you know, I'm like, what I could be the kind of dude that's like, God damn, man, she don't cook, man. You know, the house is a mess, and you know, she on my last nerve. She live on my last nerve. You know, you got all these things that are going wrong from your perspective or whatever. But a lot of us give a person, you know, what we receive.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I,
So
I, so what you think? Are you done, Jaquan?
mhm.
What you think, Keith? With what he said?
If I'm understanding, uh, you
So in a
said
nut,
she. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, in a nutshell, man. Like I said, man, you know, as a man, I can have, you know, all these, you know, all these what I believe to be legitimate gripes and shit. You know what I mean? But if my woman is matching my efforts, then how much effort am I really putting forth?
Well, that's I understand exactly what you're saying now. My experience, honestly, I haven't had anyone to meet my effort. And I've literally been told by more than one woman that I said, well, what? Why? I asked them that. I'm like, why don't you giving in? Why aren't you pouring in? I said, I'm asking you simple stuff, and I always got to work. I said, I've been auditioning to date you for months or sometimes a year.
Mm.
And one told me, she said, I was feeling good. I haven't been treated that way. I'm not used to it. So I didn't want that to start. I realized that you were doing that to win me over, but I didn't want that to stop. So I just that's my way of keeping it
Mm.
going. You
Mm.
kept trying harder and trying harder. So I was just enjoying the ride. So I said, so you being an asshole because it felt good. You were enjoying it.
I, and
And
you know what's so crazy about it? Go ahead and finish your point, then.
no, I was just saying that's what I was told, and I'm thinking honestly, I was thinking mental illness. Because there's some level of mental illness going on, and not only that, you son, I'll just say it, y'all, ladies, don't. I'm just. This is a question: Do you think women are literally up here somewhere between a child and them and us? Because some of them they want they want to be viewed as our equal, as an adult, not as a man, but as an adult. But then they want as far as accountability, they want the consequences of a child.
Yeah, I get it. I see. My family will tell you, and my friends will tell you, the
Malik, I'm
kind of
looking at
person,
you.
the kind of person that I am
Hmm.
is I'm a giver,
Me too, yeah.
but also you guys know I'm a taker because I do not give to receive something. Now this is not right or wrong.
Hmm.
This is helping me with my mental health. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Uh,
Because I am like everyone else. I get caught up in the roller coaster of all the bullshit. It is what it
Hmm.
is. And that's the best way to put it is bullshit.
so what would you say if I said men and women don't share the same sense of fairness?
You spot on. They don't.
No,
They don't say the same.
you are right to a point. Men and women don't share the same sense of fairness because men do not uh, let women be accountable for their bullshit if they're bullshitters. You understand what I'm saying? See, me personally, I deal with humans. Humans are bullshitters, dog. To me, they're bullshitters. They get away with what they can get away with. It is funny how we do the foolish thing and saying that men and women are different. How the fuck are we different? Because the only difference is men hide their hurt. They hide their emotion because we're conditioned to do that. But we still feel the same way. You get what I'm saying? Like me, women who'll say, well, and I've heard this, well, you gave the example already, Keith. Well, you giving it to me, I'm going to take it. Okay, take it. If you're receiving it, then you know why I'm giving it to you. See, you X that out.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
The accountability thing.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's interchangeable, male and female, male and female. But the point I'm trying to make to you is when people have a selfish character, they try to get away. They got try to get away with everything that they want to get away with. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I don't think no different than anyone else. So if me and my wife is riffing, if I was an asshole towards my wife and were wrong, guess what I'll do? What would I do? I'd apologize. Right? Now, ask me if my wife was wrong. As much as I love her, if my wife was wrong, would she fucking apologize? No, she wouldn't. She'll find every reason not to. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Which brings me back to my question, man. Is there a difference in our sense of fairness?
I don't think so. I'm saying I don't think so in the long-winded way. I just think we're conditioned to think there is a difference. You get what I'm saying? But we let women off the hook because guess what we do? You're emotional. We're logical. No, we're all emotional.
Yeah, I never said that, man. Shit, that
when I'm saying in
I'm
general,
mad and arguing,
Yeah.
you know, shit, at that moment, I mean that shit.
In general, we are conditioned as human beings to put men in this category, the logical category, and women in the nurturing, emotional category. And that's not, it's a blend on both sides. It's a blend of both. But what do? The world conditioned us to say, oh, this is what this is. You know, what they say, men are from Venus, and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. That was a good bestseller and made that person rich as hell.
Men are from Mars.
But that was but that was some damn BS. You know how to treat somebody, then you ain't divided nowhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
that's
you know,
what
it's,
I don't get.
One thing I learned about myself, man, you know, it's easy for me to hear no.
Me too.
Very easy for me to hear and deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all both know it's easy for me to hear no, but I'm gonna talk shit along the way if I need to talk shit. You know why? Because it's therapeutic. And it lets my wife know or any other woman know that it's my choice. It's not because of your feminine wiles. It's not because, you know what I'm saying? Like, woo, you got me mesmerized. Oh, yeah, go ahead. No. Yo, no? Okay, cool. You know that's kind of fucked up, don't you? You know what I'm saying? You know I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to allow you to do that again. You feel me? Because it helps me, not like I'm winning an argument or anything like that. It helps me to maintain and be able to grab happiness when I want to grab happiness. Because that's the only way we really can truly give our women joy is if we feel joy. If you don't feel joy, you could be doing something great for your woman, right? But will you be happy? Sometimes I'm like, yo, man, what's the point of doing it if you're not gonna be happy? You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying to you, bro. It's
When
like
you
you got to grab onto yourself too when you on that ride. It ain't just, you know what I mean? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what I be forgetting. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I spoke.
yeah, I mean, but when when the world is telling you happy wife, happy life, I mean, it's it makes you realize that it's just so goddamn unfortunate that it's really not a word. It's really not a word that rhymes with husband. You know what I mean?
Ain't that the truth? But
I hadn't
but
thought
see,
about it, but you're absolutely right.
but see what you just said. That phrase you just said, "Happy wife, happy life." That's another conditioning technique. Of course, you want to make if you have control over your wife's happiness, of course you're gonna make her happy. But when you hear that phrase repeated and people try to live by it, now you feel obligated to do it. You feel what I'm saying?
But
You feel obligated to do it. Look what
But look,
sister-in-law said, Jaquari.
maybe it do in this house.
But go ahead, finish your point.
No, I forgot. Yeah, that bullshit just made me lose my train of thought. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Keith,
Mm-hmm.
I asked you about the negative. Tell me the positive that you see being single and dating in our women.
Yeah, the positive. It's lots of positives. I mean,
Go ahead. Hey,
I want.
give
I
them their
want to.
shine.
They're beautiful. They're intelligent. They are. They are fun. They are fun. They know how to have fun. They know me. I feel comfortable with them. I feel like they were created for me. They. I'm compatible with them, and that's part of the frustration. And I'll say that to them. I said, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all were made for me. I said, but damn, why? We get along, we meet, we as strangers, we meet, we conversate, and when we go out, we have a good time. And the more time we spend together, the closer, the more I open up and try to bond with you. It's just like a little switch goes off, and you're like, okay, we getting along great. Let me give him a little sample of this bullshit I got going on. Just see what he'll tolerate. Ooh,
So you think they do? You think they do that on purpose, bro?
That's what it feels like. Because how many times it happens every time.
So it couldn't be fear of commitment. It couldn't be the fact that they ain't had the right kind of home training from the right mother. Couldn't be none of that.
Yeah, because we had
No,
conversations.
I'm saying the fact that you take it personal. Like, she got up out of the bed, like sat on the side of the bed with her hands on the knees, and she said, "You know what can I do to fuck with Keith today?"
Yeah, just stand up there. We just made some hot monkey love. We feeling good.
You keep going back to that, brother. But go
ahead. That's all, folks. We about to go.
Yeah.
Hot monkey
love.
That shit sound like a 70s movie, man.
Exactly.
Starring Yaphet Kotto out there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Look, the go-to 70s star, Yaphet Kotto.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I'm like, man, I'm looking at her. I mean, now she's glowing now. And she walk up, stand over there, get up, roll over. I'm looking at her eyes. She looking at mine. Then she just fart loud. I'm like, wow.
Oh, whoa. Hold on.
Well, I mean,
hold on.
Yeah,
things like
that. That's relationship shit right there, bro.
Yeah, and I'm talking about.
And if it's early, you need to start looking for rings. I mean, that's just what it is.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, man, we right here.
If she does that in front of you, it's
Yeah.
two things. The first thing I'm gonna mention is it's very rare. She don't give a shit about you, but she wouldn't be with you if she didn't give a shit about you. And secondly, she see that she is so comfortable around you
Right.
that you are allowed to smell her inside.
And that's what one told me. That's what one told me. It's like, I know, I'm sorry. I'm just comfortable. I feel comfortable around you. I said, well, don't get no more comfortable because I don't want you shitting in the bed. So,
See, back when I was out there, I'd have been like, yeah, I'd beat that ass up.
man, come on out.
Look,
Yeah, mid stride in the heat of battle. I understand that. Yeah, those go slip sometimes. Yeah.
All right, now.
Real quick though, getting back to my earlier question, because it's just something it ain't fucking me up, but I need to talk about it. I asked you earlier, man, what's your sense of purpose-driven dating was, because you mentioned because you mentioned that you were looking for a wife. You talked about kids, and then you said you was 58 years old.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, God damn, you hustling backwards, Keith. You want babies? You want babies at 58?
Yeah, no. That was just
it's nothing wrong with that.
It ain't nothing wrong with it.
No,
yeah, I was saying like options, but I want options. I like options. The whole point was that I was saying I was talking about things that options you have. I could have with other women, opposed to someone when we were both at that stage where our 20s, 30s, and I was really pushing hard, trying to get with you, and I couldn't get the time of day.
But you know what happens in those situations, though. I mean, when those paths do cross, depending on how you react to it or whatever, you could hear the words, but you think you're somebody now. You think that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
So hold on. See, sister-in-law is out of pocket with this bullshit right here. I understand if Keith was a 58-year-old woman and you saying that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No disrespect, Nikki, but damn.
Yeah.
You mean you're too old to have kids? No. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bunch of men. I know my age now. They my age now, and they'll come drop the grandkids on them.
As far as the woman is concerned, you don't need to do it, right? But as far as the woman is concerned, and it's the truth, you got to bear the brunt of carrying the baby for 9 months, the whole 9, the nurturing part. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But, Keith don't have, just not to get too personal, Keith don't have children of his own, but he's raised other kids.
I raised children.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the want. He wants that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it is like if this is what you're going to venture, the road you're venturing down, Keith, then be there for them children. You got to be 70 years old. No, I take that back. At least 75 to make sure that you put everything into them that you need to put into them. You know what I'm saying? And it could be done.
But the thing is, and not even trying to be funny about it, I just gonna sound like I'm being funny, but I'd rather raise a child to be an adult than to get an old woman and try to keep her from trying to raise me. Or giving her, pretending she like a child to bring, just to get along. I don't know.
So Malika says she has to agree with Nikki. I'm trying to figure out why. Because what a man does is provide for his children, right? We got the easy part about it. We provide for our children. We take them for where they need to be, blah, blah, blah. We got the easy part. I'm just trying to figure out that was my point. And I'm not trying to chastise Nikki. I'm not disagreeing with it. What I was doing is posing another side, like, hold on, wait a minute now. because Keith don't have to go through the long haul of pregnancy, but he
Yeah.
has to have the energy to be with that son or
That's
daughter
what you
to see
need when
them
it.
grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's when it kicks in. Once the child is here, that's when the show
And
really begins.
Malika, first of all, just to give you a little idea about Keith, his dating his dating pool is younger. He ain't looking for no disrespect. He's not looking for a 58-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying?
That's trying to raise. That's the thing is, it's not the 58. The thing is, don't try to do. I'm not the do-over dude. You whatever you messed up when you got married or when you in your 30s or 20s. You don't come to me with these standards. Okay, I ain't gonna make this mistake this time. I want somebody that's gonna do this. No, I'm gonna do what I'm doing. You
Malika
ain't.
said Malika said your kid will be taking care of you by 10.
That's
Look, Malika,
no problem.
first of all, Keith is a country boy, so he got a good 85 years of spryness in him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I didn't get married young, so all that energy that brothers burn up trying to deal with all that stuff back in the day, I ain't burnt none of that energy. All that's still stored away.
Yeah. And the goal is the goal is tonight not to say somebody's wrong or somebody's right. What we were trying to do is talk to Keith about how we felt about what he's saying. You feel what I'm saying? Not agree, not to reinforce, but just especially me and Jaquari and Malika and Nikki, we appreciate your comments. So it's not like, we appreciate your comments.
Absolutely.
So don't take it personal.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do that because that's not what this is about.
I want to make sure I'm not.
With that being said, I have to add something because me and Keith have been friends for a very, very long time. So I can tell you about his strength, but I can also comment on his fuck ups without being disrespectful. So I'll tell you this about Keith. We were working together. And stop me if you don't want me to say no more, Keith. But we was working together. And he and his young lady, attractive woman, right? He and his young lady started dating, right? And it was secret and the whole nine, but I know that they was close, right? So one day, off of a long weekend, he comes to work. His energy is off, right? And I asked him once, "Yo, man, you good? What's going on, man? You on this? Your energy is off." No, everything's cool, right? And then as the day went on, he said, "Man, let me ask you a question." Now he's telling me a scenario, and this is part of the scenario. He said that him and this young lady had a disagreement, right? Or a misunderstanding. And that was it. They wasn't talking to each other. So I asked him, "Bro, what did she say about this?" "I don't know. I don't know." I said, "What do you mean?"
She ghosted me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So we all worked in the same building. I said, "Yo, did you go by there? Yo, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? And Keith said, basically in a nutshell, I'm paraphrasing. He don't curse like that. But Keith said, "Fuck that. If she don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to her." So I've spent 2 days, bro. What kind of logic is that? It's obvious that this is bothering you, and you mean to tell me that you did not go and try to find this shit out? Now I figure eventually, right? But I'm talking about early on when it could be mended. You feel what I'm saying?
But
No. Let me just
no.
finish this. Let me finish this. So eventually, what I told, and correct me if I'm wrong, Keith. Eventually, what I told to Keith, like Keith, you cannot be prideful with this if you want this. You see what I'm saying?
But
Go talk to her. But go ahead,
but
Jaquar.
I mean, but with his response, you know, how much hardship did he save himself? That was a gift. It could have been a gift.
But see, that's the thing. Keith,
Mhm.
am I being wrong when I say you don't know because you let it go?
Yeah. What? Yeah. They kind of
Go
fill
ahead.
in some fill in
Yeah,
blanks.
fill it in for me.
Yeah. I had actually planned. Everything was good. It was on a Friday, so I had planned a beach weekend. We were gonna go. We were gonna get her after work, and we were gonna go to the beach that weekend. And when I contacted her to let her know, hey, I got this beach weekend together and everything. Let's go. She wouldn't answer the phone. She wouldn't answer the phone. So I went by the house. She wouldn't answer the door. The call was there. She wouldn't answer the door. She wouldn't answer the phone. All the weekend she wouldn't. I called her some more the next day, the Saturday. So then 2 + 2 was 4 for me. So when we came back to work Monday, I got this. She was giving me this side eye half look. She was waiting for a reaction. So I just walked by and went on about my day. And then when I was telling Keith about it, and he was asked, what I actually said was, he said, you need to talk to her and find out what's going on. I said, I ain't talking to her because she's got some rehearsed bullshit. I don't really want to hear it. I tried to call all weekend. She didn't pick up the phone. She could have done it then. So I don't want to hear it on Monday morning. I could care less.
But you do remember what you
Yeah.
told me, that little part of what you told me as far as, or did I find out on my own?
Yeah,
And
we got to
she was,
talk, and then I gave you.
yeah, and she found out that she was having problems out of her previous relationship, remember?
Yeah,
That took her to court and all of this stuff.
yeah, because we had been going through that. I've been supporting her through that anyway the whole
Yeah.
time.
And
So.
but see, and that's the thing. I'm not saying
Oh yeah,
that you made a mistake in anything like that. What I'm
yeah,
saying to you is when it was time for your pride to, you know what I'm saying, to perk up was way before then. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because you cared about her, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Care enough to try. And you and I talked about this. Now, I understood, Jaquar, and I'm gonna let you. I understood where Keith was coming from, so I wasn't trying to force him to do this shit. But the one thing that I did want to do for my friend was put it out there. Hey, man, you should try. It's your choice, and you know better than me. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's not like, oh, dude, you effing up, man. What's going
Mm-hmm.
on? No, it's as far as I remember, it wasn't like that. But I always threw that, yo, man, just go. You know what I'm saying?
The worst mistake that we make as men in relationships, period, man, dating or married, is trying to dye a woman's red flags white. It was a blessing that he seen that early.
All right,
That's what I
explain that.
see.
Explain that. Go a little bit in depth in that.
you spoke about earlier, Keith. You spoke about people noticing your flaws or whatever, but still choosing to date you or still choosing to be with you or whatever. You know, like I said, red flags are
Big
there for a
Bill.
reason.
Mhm.
What's going on, bro?
Hey,
Red,
hey, Nikki. Nikki, you doing a little too much now, sister-in-law.
can't nobody see,
Damn.
can't nobody see the comments, man. You don't have to, but
No, but I'm good,
not,
man.
yeah.
No, you can. You can see
You
the
can only
comments.
see it when you put them up.
No, you can see the comments, bro. But go ahead.
Okay.
I'll just put them on the screen just to emphasize it. You can see the comments. You can see the comments.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that when somebody shows you those things, sometimes it's good for us to just not to write them off.
I get it. I'm just showing the other side. That's all I'm doing, more than anything. I mean, I think that I agree with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you guys. It was just more or less, you know, you know, Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, give it a chance. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's where my head was. That's all that was. Eric, what's
Uh-huh.
going on, baby boy? But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it's more and sister-in-law, you know I'm joking more than anything when I said that. I'm not upset at all. And Keith is not upset. So don't
No,
think
no, we
that,
all
you know what I
grown
mean?
folks here. Yeah, yeah, everybody.
But um I wish, and I'm being real sincere when I say this. I wish I was perfect when it comes to dealing with people. Because you guys know, Malika, Nikki know, and Eric know that people can look at me as being an asshole some of the time, and I don't want to be an asshole. I don't do it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? I just speak my mind more than anything, right? And the one thing I understand is using Nikki's words when it comes to relationships throughout my life. I was a simp,
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
and really when that I was the kind of simp was I was in love with the relationships. You know what I'm saying? So when I gave, it's for the sake of the relationship. You know what I mean? But the thing
Mm-hmm.
about it is, I had the power to take that the fuck away. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Because see, I can put my heart on the line, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also can pick my heart up, put it in my pocket, and walk away and still be good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe in friendship, all relationships. I believe in those things, man, because that
Mm-hmm.
makes that makes us that makes us who we are, I think. What do you guys think about that? What makes you you? And people in the chat, give us your opinion about what makes you you. What makes you you when it comes to overall, not just with your relationships or who you are as
Yeah.
people.
I like being balanced. That's genuine and being balanced. And what I mean by being balanced is the majority of the time I want everything to be fine. I want everything to be good. We ain't got to be laughing and stuff all the time, but just I want it to be good, even if times are rough. If we disagreeing, we can disagree and agree to a disagree and move on to the next thing. But when the thing that I wrestle with myself is I'll hold grudges and I have to work not to hold a grudge. So when I catch myself feeling like I want to hold a grudge, and what I mean is me and you could have had a disagreement. We could have a disagreement right now and the next time I talk to you, if I'm kind of salty, that feeling of the argument comes back again, that's a grudge. I already know that's a grudge. So I got to fix that. And in two ways, I can go and let you know I'm feeling a grudge and I apologize. I can do it that way, or just push push through it and make myself engage with you and get past it. Because that's the way I truly have to get through it. I have to come and engage with you and
Gotcha.
and push through it. So the short answer to your question is that I need balance. So I won't hold grudges, or I won't. In some relationships, I stayed too long because I felt like I had something to prove. Like, I can't stand your ass, but you know what? You don't think I'm good enough, but I'm gonna show you I'm good
Gotcha.
enough. I'm somebody you need in your life. And then it has happened to where I would conquer it. They'll start responding. And then once I see I'm past that point, I'm not interested anymore. I proved my point.
Okay.
So
Okay.
balance. That's why I said being genuine and balanced. That's the thing about me. And the biggest thing is me. That's why I'm on the podcast tonight. I wanted you all to let me know what it is about me you see that I don't see.
Okay.
So what the comments was, all of that's good. That's good for me because that stuff I don't want somebody to say, yeah, you right, man, you right. No,
Mhm.
because I fuck up often. So so I understand when somebody I need a Keith Armstrong when my back is hurting and I'm standing up trying to act like I'm pimping, like I'm trying to put a pimp to it, like I'm walking cool, and he gonna whisper in my ear, "You know you fucking up right now, right?"
Hey, Nikki, before you go, Jaquari, Nikki says, I'm not perfect, but I'm self aware and always working on becoming the best me.
That's all we can do.
It makes sense. Jaquari,
Ask the question again.
but hold on for a second. Eric, Big Bill, and Malika, tell me what's the best version of you? What do you
Yeah,
think
that's a
about you?
Well, best version of me, man, is at times, a lot of times, uh, the person that's outside of this house. That's the best version of me. The only person I argue with is my wife. Only person I bump heads with is my wife.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You said something about your wife earlier, Keith. Sister-in-law. That
Mm-hmm.
when she meets people, they think she's the nicest person in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
I can relate to that because a lot of times that's how I feel in my home. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that you know at work or in the streets or whatever, man. I could just let it roll off my back, but I can't tolerate it in my house for some reason, and it makes me an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me an asshole. It does, and I'm not proud of it, you know. But me being who I am, I'm not ashamed of it either.
Gotcha.
After a long period of time of me suppressing shit and you know just riding with it, I just decided that that don't work for me no more. The biggest secret that was kept from me before I got married was that people gonna change.
Mm.
You know, Whenever somebody tells you, people don't change. That's bullshit. They do.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
all the time.
Yeah. I think waiting for Malika, Eric, and Bill's response. I think really and truly, Nikki said y'all stuck for life, Smoke.
That's what you say.
I think the best version of me, and it's really different parts that stick together. No, hold on, Malika. Let's do this. The best version of me, this is what Malika says. The best version of me is when I'm making those around me feel valued by me. Okay. I see what you yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think I saw a quote somewhere because I was always in search of who I am because I'm just a regular person, but I make bigger decisions about being a regular person. Meaning, when most people would, I'll always try to do the right thing, even when I don't want to. I don't want to do it. So I had to train myself to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? See, that's the best. That's how I think. That's the best version of me. Is being a blessing to other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could do that because how I feel about me. I'm not leaning on what I do for other people. I'm not leaning on that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's separate from my actions to the world. Because being a blessing to other people is what I want to do and what I want to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's it. Not trying to be a saint. Not in. No, I love when shit go right, man. I like smooth sailing. I'm not a part of the anarchy. I'm not a part of none of that. You feel me? I'm conservative as hell. But guess what? I have a rebellious spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I have a rebellious spirit and don't mind change. But at the same time, I want shit to go smooth.
Yeah.
I want it to go smooth, bro.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's the best way I can describe. You know what I
Something
mean?
something I wanted to ask you all, and it's especially like to hear the females' comments to this is how do you know when a female is genuine? She's genuinely like all in. How did you know when your wives were like, okay, when you know, okay, yeah, she's the one, or she's with me? How do you know she's really with you and she's not uh just what Malika say, breadcrumbing? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, she's not just there, stroking your ego and kind of or whatever, just keeping
But
the
but
game going.
but that's the. I'm gonna answer.
Because with women, the bar always move. Then when they
See,
on the show, they'll tell you, "Hey,
you
this is the
are
bar."
spending too much time trying to understand what they think and not spending enough time on what you think and how you feel. Because we're never going to figure out whether or not our partners are there and what their real motivation to be in there. I'm, I'm, that's the best way I can answer that from my point of view.
So don't worry about it. What if?
When you are happy,
Mm-hmm.
you better work that shit as much as possible. Because guess what? Yeah, I'm gonna bring the color situation in it. Being black in this country, being happy is too far and in between, bro.
Yeah. That's kind
So
of why
I'm
I'm
gonna be on
asking.
top of the world. Look, I respect real quick. I respect the fact that being taken by surprise and knocked on my ass when I thought I was on top of the world, I respect that more because I knew I was enjoying my life and I was blindsided. Didn't know this shit was coming. That means I'm enjoying my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? That's a different take on it. But yo, think about it. When you're blindsided, you got a big ass smile on your face, and you're going and you're going in this direction because you want to go in this direction, then something knock you on your ass. The one thing you can say about that being knocked on your ass is, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that shit coming. So that means that you were spending a lot of time being happy, as opposed on the other end, worrying about it. This looks suspicious.
Yeah. Because my thing, when I get happy, I want everybody on perimeter keep watching. Any threats coming up, seek and destroy.
Yeah, yeah. But see, that's
That's
when,
how I hold on to it.
because you got to think about it. That's when you're trying to keep something. But really and truly,
Yeah.
your happiness is an evolution more than one solid thing. Art house, films, YouTube,
Yeah.
recent friend of the show. I put him up there because I liked what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yep, I would say the same thing Malika said, and that Keith said, being a blessing to others is the best version of me. And the reason why I said I pointed that out, and for the real point is when you're looking for the best version of yourself, you kind of what you're kind of doing is you're paying attention to you. You may not get it right. You know what I'm saying? You might be no disrespect. You might be a kook, but you're still searching. You feel what I'm saying? Still searching for it. That's all. Man, shit. Can I tell y'all this? I have never been happy in my life. Only 3 times. When Keith Jr. was born, when Carson was born, and when I got married. I can say and I'm sure I've been happy, right? But those 3 times stick out for me. You know what I mean? So with that being said, yo, it's hard to navigate this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
I think that's where I have my problem navigating, because it seems to me like they keep moving the bar.
It does.
Keep moving the bar. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
you got me a Corvette. Man, damn, they got Ferraris over there. Get Ferrari. Hey, how about that Bugatti? What's up?
That's
Damn,
real.
man.
That's real. That's real. Let me see. Malika makes a good point here. He said you have to trust your gut. How you're feeling about what she's giving back. It is just enough. Do you have to tell her to do it, or do she just do it? You know what? I don't want to guess, Malika, whether or not she's doing it because she's doing it on her own, or she think I want her to do it. She get it done, then we can work from there. you know what I mean? I don't know, man. This stuff, man. I tell you, people.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Jaquari.
I don't think I do very well, man. All this, I didn't think about this shit when I was out there. Didn't think about it at all. Now that I've been out of practice for so long. I mean, shit. I wouldn't give it up. I wouldn't give up my position.
Y'all gonna laugh at this one. Now listen, this is an example of something that actually happened. Me and this female, we've been together like maybe 4 years, maybe 4 years. And towards the first the first year we were together, her birthday came around. So I was going about my day acting like I wasn't even gonna acknowledge it. So I'm getting big attitude. So I said, look on the kitchen table. She said, what? I said, look on the kitchen table right there under that bag. I said, there's a brown bag over there and it's a Nike box in it. I said, give me that thing out of that box. And she opened the box up and saw it was a wrapped gift. I said, open it up. And it was it was something like, it was GPS because she gets lost all the time. So it was a GPS, but it was a nice one. Then I was that guy. I was the MVP at that point. But before then, I was getting snapped at, all kind of stuff. Now, later on, towards the end, she was telling me what my shortcomings were. Yeah, she telling me what my shortcomings was. And I said, okay. I said, I don't keep score, but I remember. She said, I always got your birthdays, holidays, all of that. I covered you. I got you something for Christmas. What I get you for Christmas? I said, nothing. No, any Christmas. Nothing. What's up? Oh, okay, your birthday. What I get you for your birthday? Nothing. I said, you tell me what you got. And she sat there drawing a blank. She said, I can't remember. I said, you remember it? It was nothing. So then she said, oh, the car, because I was something with her car. She said, oh yeah, you owe me some money because you didn't ever pay me. It was like 3 different times where you had drove the car and you didn't put gas in it. So she said, you owe me $100. I said, can I deduct that from the $2,900 I paid for the car? And she said, $2,900. I said, you remember that? You owe $2,900. And I paid it so you wouldn't have a car payment. You remember that? Oh, I thought I gave that back. I ain't get it back. I said, food.
Yeah.
I said, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, they forget they might have paid you back $2,900. Me and you, we ain't forgot somebody owing us $2,900. Yeah. That's a big part of our budget.
And since you talking about paying back, let's start with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said, so were you paying that back or do I deduct the gas money from that? I won't even ask him for it back. You said you were going to give it back. And I said, why would you bring that up after all these things? You've been hanging on to that long? That $100 over a period of time for gas money when the insurance was in my name and you totaled it. My insurance was sky high. I ain't got no insurance payment. I said, can we call it even now?
Okay.
Silence. I got silence then. But at that point, my whole point was bringing that up was just like, hey, when you were talking about fairness, yeah, Jacora, when I was saying, yeah, there is a difference in how you see fairness. Because all she saw was what I didn't do. She didn't see the other perspective, the other side of it.
So, last question, and this is for everybody. Malika, Lori, Bill, Eric, if you're still here, anybody else is still here in the chat. Let me ask, wow, I got to put this up. Let me ask y'all a question. What's going on, Nishi? Let me
Hey,
ask y'all a question. And really, Jaquari and Nikki and Bill, I need y'all to give me a little bit of latitude, because this question is: if you were single at this day and time, and you're welcome to answer or not, if you're single at this day and time, what would you be looking for other than financial? That's too fucking easy. What would you be looking for in a partner? This is for the men and the women of this chat.
Wow. At this point, if I was single, I mean, the only thing I'd be looking for in a partner is several.
Is what?
Several. I mean, I wouldn't be.
Several. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be looking to settle down right now.
Okay.
If I was single.
No, I'm just talking about the qualities. I'm not talking
Well,
about
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I
the
don't.
hang around. Let me put it like that. Let's just do it like that.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, Keith. If I'm moving, I don't care.
Gotcha. Keith?
Yeah, man. Just what I was saying before. Just somebody that's. I want to feel like somebody that we on the same team. That's all. I mean, I know it ain't gonna be perfect or anything like that, but just you ain't gonna be making it the grind harder for me. You ain't gonna be adding on to. Don't add more weight on the wagon. Man. Help me pull the wagon. If you don't feel like pulling, bump me and say, hey, let's take a break. Let's work together. So don't, every time we get uphill, you throw all your shit on the wagon, you get on the wagon, and I'm pulling the whole load, and you back there with the whip too. No.
I got
Yeah.
you. Big Bill, William Burnett says fun and available. So he's on the same vibe as you, Jaquari. He ain't trying to settle down. You know what I'm saying? Malika says, because I'm going to leave Deja up there, Jaquari. Malika says self-awareness and transparency. If you can, cuz elaborate just a little bit what you mean. We understand, but I'm just curious about what you see as self-awareness and transparency. You know what I mean? Eric, if you still here, man, let us know. Anybody else in the chat? What do you see? What quality will you be looking for if you found yourself single? Not to get married again, but just single, just to date or be around somebody. My answer to that, it ain't too deep, is to be able to have a real conversation, which is easy to do. Have a real conversation with the person, right? And to be comfortable around them. Okay, Jaquari, I'll let you read sister-in-law. You see it on the comments? She said, if I was single, tall, dark skin, nice smile, educated, good sense of humor. I'm too old to be looking for another Jaquari.
Well, damn.
Wow. Look, I don't think that's good or bad, but because by me reading that says that is her selling for the minimal part of who you are, Jaquari. That's basically what I read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, I said that was the last question of the day.
No, I don't smoke. I smoke a cigar occasionally, like go to the cigar lounge and smoke a cigar and
Yeah.
have some drinks.
So, oh, and Bill says nobody fake. So what are you talking about? Cosmetically, Bill? What you mean nobody fake? You know what I mean? Fake attitude. You know, it's hard to escape that kind of shit. But
Y'all not, you're not a BBL fan?
Lord have mercy, man. I just think that is that's crazy. It is what it is because I don't. Here's the last question, and in all sincerity, do you feel you can recognize a broken person?
I'm drawn to them.
Explain that.
Yeah, I'm drawn to people that are broken, especially women. I'm drawn to them because they're familiar. Hell, I'm broken.
Okay,
I'll be right back now.
all right.
Okay.
So what?
Yeah.
So you feel you can fix them?
No, I feel like no. I feel like I empathize with them, so I can relate to them. It's not
Okay.
that I don't try to fix them. I try to empathize and relate to them. And if I can give something to make them feel better at that moment, if it's just my time or whatever it is, that I can make them feel better. And I feel it's something somewhere we bond on that level.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'm not I don't have to seek them out. I can just feel them and go right to them.
I think I can relate to that too because just going back to what you said earlier in the episode, you and I we had the conversation, and I always used to say when I was single, all the emotionally needy women would always come and find me. All the emotionally needy women will come and find me. I used to say that all the time. And then one day, it hit me. I was wrong. I was wrong about that because that's too big of a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Because every woman weren't the same build. I have my preference, but they weren't the same build that I have a relationship with. But on the emotional side, they was all the same. And what it made me realize was that's who I was inadvertently gravitating to fix them, to make them feel better, to make them feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But see, in order for me, and I found this out, I was a band-aid. You feel what I'm saying? I was a band-aid on a gigantic suture. So that little part that the band-aid was on wasn't no blood leaking out, but it's gushing out on the other sides of it because it was not my job to fix them, just like it's not their job to fix me. You know what I mean? So I realized it's me. It's me going towards them. So once I realized that, I was able to get off the roller coaster. You know what I mean? I was able to get off the roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the relationship I'm in with now of 30 late years, we known each other for so long, that we don't argue, but we
Mhm.
bicker. We bicker. And the thing about that is you can confuse bickering with arguing.
Mhm.
You can confuse it with arguing, meaning that if you do it so often and you throw feeling into the bickering, it can transform into an argument.
Mhm.
So it was up to me to recognize, like, do I really give a shit about what we bickering about right now?
Mhm.
And when I came to the conclusion, no, I don't give a shit about it, I would be quiet. I would be quiet because you don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill. Shit. Cliche. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just good that what did the old country folks say? Sit down and be still. Is that what it is, Keith? Not
Yeah.
calling you country, but I'm
Sit down
saying
and be. I am, but yeah, sit down and be. Yeah, peace, be still. Sit down and be still. Yeah.
when I started learning how to do that,
Mhm.
a lot of the BS that I was causing was cut in half. You know what I'm saying? So I was the bad guy for part of the time instead of the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you can work on the other half. You can work on that other half. But when it's the whole, man, you can't work on that shit. You can't work on that.
What I
You
heard one
know?
old head say was he was talking to this younger man who was talking about because they would have disagreements in his house. He said, "Why you don't be having disagreements like that with you and your wife?" He said, do you say what you mean when you talk to your wife?" And yeah. He said, "I do too. After I say it, I ain't got nothing else to say."
That's strength.
Yeah. He said, she ain't my husband. I'm her husband. He said, somebody kicking the door, breaking the house. She gonna be looking at me do something. Stuff go wrong. She looking for me to handle it. And
Yo,
so
Keith,
when,
that's some
Mhm.
real alpha shit right there,
Oh
man.
yeah,
That's why
yeah,
it was funny.
yeah, exactly. You like, I already spoke.
Yeah.
We ain't arguing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is when you get caught up in the gauging of strength, who's stronger willed, and don't nobody win, don't nobody fucking win, man, at all. You
Mm-mm.
know. Uh, do us a favor, go like, share, and subscribe. Strong Perspective Podcast. You know, build our following up. You know, we're trying to reach 1,000. We will reach 1,000. You know, with some generous subscribing. Shit. But the point is, tune in to us every Friday at 7:30. You know, we're about conversation. I definitely enjoyed tonight's conversation. You know what I'm saying? I definitely enjoyed tonight's conversation. Damon, you feel better, brother. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
definitely.
You know, and Keith, as always, man, great, great job. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
thanks for having me. Yeah, y'all helped
Yeah,
me out. I appreciate this is some free therapy here.
yeah, yeah.
And some real therapy. So,
I think please go like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Just like you said, cuz go Lions.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Um,
I'm a Steelers fan, but I'm pulling for the Lions. I really am. It
look,
would
we
not.
we we
I'm
long overdue,
AFC.
man.
I would
No,
lose. I'm a Steelers fan, die hard. But if they made it to the Super Bowl and the Lions beat them, I would be fine. I'd be fine. I'd drink a
Long,
toast.
long overdue. Also, within the next couple of weeks ago, we're going to have Kevin Parker on. Kevin Parker is a friend of mine from Pittsburgh. I've known him since I was in college, and he was a junior in high school when I met him at a pit camp. Kevin was a victim of gun violence in which he was blinded. And instead of Kevin maybe probably was 23, 24, if I'm not mistaken. But instead of Kevin just giving up on life, Kevin became a Special Olympics gold medal winner in the sprint, 100-yard sprints,
Awesome.
and really and truly a great human being. And I believe that he has a story to tell. And once he comes on, I'm gonna make sure you guys know. Once he come on, right, you need to tune in because he has a hell of a story to tell.
Okay.
You know, just like I said, this Strong Perspective podcast. If you need to leave, good night. But Jaquari, Keith, real quick, what y'all think about the show tonight?
I think it was a good one, man. I think it was a good one. KB, man, I appreciate your time and your candor, brother. Good luck to you.
Thank
And
you. I need it.
I look forward to seeing you again, brother.
You know why that was
you
loud?
will.
You know why I laughed, Jaquari? Because you really meant that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith, so what do you
Yeah.
think, brother?
Oh man, this was, like I said, it was therapy. It was really good. What I always like about it, you all always keep it real. No, don't spare. Tell the truth, genuine and true. That's what I like. That's what I'm used to. As a child, I was used to that, but from the people that I love, and cared about.
No
So
doubt.
I appreciate that. I
No
appreciate
doubt.
that. I'm
Hey.
always showing my support. Y'all do it every week.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Malika, Nikki, Deja, Bill, Eric, Art Studios, Art House Film, Art House Films. Thank you. Y'all
Thank you
made the
very
show very special tonight. We appreciate you tuning in. And listen, this is Strong Perspective Podcast. You guys enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much. And good night.
Peace.